guys been getting well so far? I'm in the piano room. I actually haven't been in here in a week after juries and it feels really weird. So I thought I would come hang out here because there's just a lot of people in the apartment studying right now and filming in that environment is just not gonna happen. So I thought I would try to get at least one video up before I got home, and this was the first place that came to mind. Nobody is here in this building because juries are over and nobody's practicing, so it's great. Today I'm going to do the 2019 releases that I'm excited for. This is just an initial list. Honestly, I had like 3 books that I was excited for, but I wanted to make like a video, like a substantial video out of it. So I went on Goodreads and now I have 12. Yeah, they're not in any chronological order nor excitement order except for the first 2. So yeah, we're just gonna jump into it. If you've been on my channel for any period of time, the first 2 should be absolutely no surprise to you. The first one is The Winter of the Witch. I believe that's called. I've been calling it The Winter Witch, but I think it's The Winter of the Witch by Catherine Arden. This comes out January 9th, and I am so excited because I've been waiting for this book for so long. If you guys didn't know, The Bird and the Nightingale is one of my favorite books of all time. I just love the writing style, and I love the world. It's a Russian historical fiction, fantasy, realistic fiction. It's just all of the things that I love in a book, essentially. And after the ending of The Girl in the Tower, which is the second book, I honestly needed the third book so much. I don't know where the story is gonna go, and I think that's what worries me because I feel like the author can take it in so many different directions and my heart can get ripped out in so many different pieces. So yeah, I'm very excited, and I'm also very nervous, but it's coming out so soon, and I can't wait to go to Barnes & Nobles and get it. Second one I have is The Shadow Glass by Rich Pecco. This is the 3rd and final book in the Von Witch trilogy, which, if you guys didn't know, I'm really excited for as well. It's not like I've been talking about the series for a really long time or whatever, but this comes out March 1st, and I can't wait to see how the story concludes. At the same time, like, I finally understand why people love series so much. It's because you grow so attached to these characters and you like want to continue spending time with them. But I feel like we've been building up to such an epic finale, and I'm just so excited to see how Rich Pecco could possibly like make everything work. Like, it's going to work and it's going to be fantastic. I'm not even worried that I'm having really high standards going to this because I know they're going to be fulfilled. Like, it's just going to be so amazing, like seeing how everything finally ends and having all the pieces finally click together. I'm just very excited for that. The next one I have is What the Wind Knows by Amy Harmon. This comes out February 1st, and I'm actually a little bit disappointed that I'm not as excited about this as I originally would be. Amy Harmon has been one of my favorite authors for the longest time. I legitimately love her work, but last year, or technically it's this year, 2018 especially, I just feel like I've been very disconnected. I've only read 1 book by her, which is her 2018 release, The Smallest Part, and I think I liked it, but it didn't really impact me the same way that her other books previously have. I know that The Smallest Part is part of like the Law of Moses universe, kind of, and those books I find a little bit harder to kind of connect with the characters, so I'm not as attached and everything like that. So maybe that's why, but this is a historical fiction novel, which I've read one other historical fiction by her, which is, oh my gosh, Sand and Ash, that's what it's called, and it's freaking amazing. If you guys haven't read it, highly recommend that one. So I feel like this will be in a genre and a style that I will really love, and it's also about like Irish independence, which I feel like I have not actually read anything set in that time period. So there's time traveling, it's historical fiction, and I feel like it's going to be great, so I'm putting it on the list, of course. Yeah. The next one I have is Courting Darkness by Robin Lefevre. This comes out February 5th, and it is a continuation of the much beloved His Fair Assassins trilogy. I'm so excited for this book, you guys have no idea. His Fair Assassins have always been one of my favorite books of all time. I feel like I need to reread the entire trilogy before I actually get around to reading this one. So that will definitely be on like my TBR of books I want to reread next year. But yeah, I'm just so excited. I don't really know what it's about other than it's in His Fair Assassins world. It's the first in a duology and Sabella is in it, and I love Sabella. It's just gonna be great. Assassins, female kick-ass assassins. You can't ask for anything better than that. Alright, what's next? The next one I have on my list is Wicked Saints by Emily A. Duncan. This comes out April 2nd, and I actually requested this on NetGalley, and I don't know like if I have gotten approved, but I thought I'd throw it on here because I haven't actually heard anybody talk about it, and I figured it sounded pretty cool. All I can really remember from the synopsis is that there's an assassination happening. They want to kill the king, and we have 3 main characters, a girl and 2 boys, and the girl has some sort of magical power. That's all I really know, and it sounds really cool, and honestly I just think the cover is really cool as well, so we're going to put on the list. The next one I have on my list is Finale by Stephanie Garber. This is the 3rd and final book in Caravel, which comes out May 30th? Yes. The only reason I have this book on the list is because I've been wanting to read Caravel for the longest time, but I'm one of those people that likes to binge series, or likes to know that all the series are out before starting it, so that I can eventually binge. Yeah, I don't like the wait, and I feel like the anticipation is what's exciting, like, for the Bear and the Nightingale series and for the Bone Witch. But just like, I don't know, I haven't picked up Caravel yet because I'm waiting for the 3rd book, so now that the 3rd book is approaching, I feel like I can finally venture into reading the first 2 books. Yeah, don't know what it's about, it just looks really cool, and I've heard, I think, a couple of mixed things, so I'm kind of excited to see where I stand on that spectrum. The next one I have is Spin the Dawn by Elizabeth Lim. This comes out July 30th, and I've never heard of this book, and I'm very, very excited for some weird reason. Two primarily reasons. Okay, I do know why I'm excited. The first one, this is pitched as a Project Runway and Mulan crossover, where our main character really wants to be a tailor, and she wants to be like the most famous tailor in the kingdom, so she ends up dressing up as a man to kind of help her career, and so that alone sounds amazing. And it's also a Chinese inspired fantasy. There's just been so much young adult Asian representation in books lately, and it's just been really, really great. So the minute I saw this on Goodreads, I knew I had to add it to my list of things to look out for. Also, the cover is beautiful. There's a Asian female on the cover, and I'm just really excited, and I hope it's really good. The next one I have on my list is Soul of the Sword by Julie Catwell. This comes out June 5th, and it is the sequel to Shadow of the Fox, which I have not finished reading. I've started this one, and it's staring at me on my Kindle, but I just haven't gone around to actually finishing it. I will do that hopefully sometime in 2018. I really want to finish it before the new year, so that's pretty high on my like TBR because we don't have many days left of 2018, which is terrifying. I don't know really what the 2nd book is about because I haven't finished the 1st book, but essentially this world is Japanese inspired mythology, and our main character is a 9-tailed fox demon, half 9-tailed fox demon. It's great. So that's all I really got for you for that one. The next one I have is The Dragon Republic by R.F. Kuang. This comes out August 6th. It is the sequel to The Poppy War, and I believe the finale, I believe it's a duology, which I'm very excited for because high fantasy as a duology, like, that just never happens. But I do own The Poppy War, and I will be reading it sometime next year, hopefully. I'm trying not to be like, I'm trying to read it earlier, not like right before the 2nd book comes out, but it's a historical fiction fantasy setting of the Opium War in China, which, again, Chinese fantasy. I am so excited, and I've heard really, really amazing things about the Poppy War, so obviously I had to put the 2nd book on the list as well. The next one I have is The Never Tilting World by Rinchi Pecco. This comes out October 15th, and Rinchi Pecco is blessing us next year. We are getting 2 releases from her, and I'm so excited. This is the beginning of a new series. I don't actually know how long this series will be, but obviously I'm going to read it because I love her. This is... A lot of people are singing. I don't know why they're here. Anyway, this follows 2 girls, I believe, who have been separated at birth. Princesses separated at birth type of trope thing, and one of them is destined to rule day and one rules night, and it's like day is like a desert and night is like a tundra type of thing. I don't really know, it just sounds really, really cool, and obviously something's gonna go wrong. It's Rinchi Pecco, and I'm like more than ready to jump into another one of her worlds because I feel like she's just so great at it. Yeah, I'm totally fangirling right now, but it's okay. Alright, the last 2 books on my list I think don't actually have release dates yet. The first one is Renegades #3, which I believe also doesn't even have a title, and that's by Marissa Meyer. This is the 3rd and final book in the Renegades trilogy. This is another situation like Caravel, where I'm waiting for the 3rd book before I start. But yeah, I'm just really excited because once it's done, that means I can actually get around to reading it, and that'll be really great. And the other one I just found out, and I'm really, really excited for, and it's called Kingdom of Back by Marie Lu. I'm on a Marie Lu high right now because I finished the Warcross duology this month and it's amazing. But there's no release date for this and I'm really sad. But I'm also very excited for this because it's a historical fiction fantasy following Mozart and his sister. That's all I know about it, and like that's all you really need to know about it to want to read it. Honestly, from a musician's perspective, since I am a music ed, I can say that very like nose up in the air statement from a musician's standpoint. I don't love Mozart. I feel like I play too much Mozart, and it's just like I want to play someone else. I don't want to play any more Mozart. But he's a great guy, and I feel like a young adult historical fantasy about Mozart, like that just, it's a combination I never would have thought of, and it's what I'm very excited about. So yeah. So those are the 12 books that I have on my list that I'm really excited for next year. I feel like next year is going to be a really good one. There's just so many things happening and so many really awesome books. It's just, the possibilities are endless. So yeah, I hope if you guys are still in the finals, you're surviving. I hope you get to spend time with your loved ones over the holiday season. And yeah, stay caffeinated, eat some chocolate as always, take care of yourselves, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!